All right, so today we are inspecting our hive. It's April 2nd, and with the help of my beautiful wife here, who's gonna help smoke these bees and calm them down a little bit, we're gonna check out and see, because we had a small hive beetle problem. So we're gonna go ahead and see if our traps helped out. Look, that one's got pollen on its little legs. Yeah. So, I'm gonna check these traps real quick, which might be, yeah, they're gonna be pretty stuck from propolis. I'm gonna smoke the bees down a little bit so I don't accidentally squish one. But actually none in the trap. That's kind of disappointing, but that's the middle one, so we'll see if maybe they're all on the outside traps. Nope.
And last time we didn't see too many.
Yeah, that's true. We'll do this. We'll do an actual. We may just not have any to trap because last time we had very few left after using Swiffer dry pads to catch a ton of them, and we did. I had like 27 of them on that one. There we go. As you can see here, this is one of 3 traps that we put in, and so we can get it in focus here. Obviously there's a bunch of propolis and stuff, but all these little dots along the bottom that move when I move the trap. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 trapped in there. So yeah, it's not bad.
Hopefully that's all of them.
Yeah, hopefully. Considering all the beetles were trapped in this far one, and there were none on here, these are the 2 frames I kind of want to check. Well, and I want to check these because they're new and see how they're doing on filling them out. I don't see much bee activity here yet, so.
See, we're from the inside out.
That's gonna be easier just to start on the far outside just to see. Yeah, see, they haven't even started filling the comb on that frame yet. Not unexpectedly, it's the far outside frame. Oh, cool. So you can see they're just starting to fill the frame in here. They're filling out the comb still on this one, so that means they are making progress. So that's good. That's a good sign. And that's funny too, because that's where we saw all the bees with pollen are coming here, because that's going to be used to fill out the comb more than anything else. All right, let's look at.
We should check that biggest one.
Yeah, let's check this bad boy. Very carefully, because they've overfilled this comb on this frame. We might have an issue. Look, look right here. There's a bee being hatched right there. Right there. Right as we speak, a bee's coming out of a cell.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a queen cell. It doesn't look like it. It looks like just comb on top of comb, like some of these are.
There's a larva in there. They're feeding the larva.
They are feeding the larva. So there is a cell right there that I can't tell. Yeah, kind of smoke them a little bit. Let's see if.
Come on, ladies. Maybe that's just how they grow.
Well, I can't tell if that's a queen cell or not.
No, because there's a larva there, and then there's a larva there, and they're huge.
Yeah. Oh, same with, look at this side.
On that side, maybe that's just how they get bigger, or as they get bigger. That one is hatching out of the bigger one.
That's a big cell. And this one. That's massive. Look at that.
That's what I was like. It's a fatty. Oh, you know what they're growing right now?
What?
Look at that big giant one. They're growing their males right now. They're growing their drones, and they're bigger.
Oh, sure enough, yeah. Look at the size difference, guys. Just see if you can point out a couple.
So there's a smaller one
Yeah,
there.
there's a big one right there.
There's
Right.
a big one right there.
Well, no, I mean actual live bees. Look at this big one right here.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right in the center there. Right in the very middle now by himself. That's not a
Yeah.
queen because he's got long wings.
Yeah, that's a drone.
That's a drone.
Yeah,
So these are all drone larvae, which makes sense. They need more drones in the spring.
Yeah.
Duh. I feel stupid.
Hey,
We're still
you'll
learning.
learn.
We're still learning a year later. I've never seen.
We haven't seen this part yet. And also,
Yeah, because we got them in May last year. They already had all the drones.
so side note, you never want to stand in front of their beeline, which is their entrance and exit.
Yeah. Yep.
Put this down here.
Hey, I was using that, Mr. B. Miss B. Over here misgendering our bees. All right.
Let's always try to see if we can find it.
Oh, there's so many bees with pollen on their legs. I love seeing that. This is like, where's Waldo on steroids?
Yeah.
Look at that big boy right there.
So the queen has shorter wings and a bigger abdomen.
Don't see her on that one.
He has red colored.
Yeah, I see that. Look at these up here. Bright orange.
Oh, look at all that honey. We did get rid of them. There's a ton of honey right in there.
Oh yeah, brood box, brood is just baby bees, right? In their brood box, this is not where we'll collect honey. What we'll end up doing is putting a screen on top that keeps the queen bee from coming through, but allows the worker bees to come through. And then you have a separate box of shorter frames that's on top. It's called a honey super, and they'll come up and fill that with honey, and she can't come up and lay eggs because how they usually fill their frames out. So if you look around the center, I'll try to hold this. Yeah, around the center, see all those caps? That's all brood.
You can tell because there's white poking through.
There's white poking through, and if I can get this one really close right here, you'll actually see a larva inside that hole. I don't know if I'm too close or not. You tell me.
Nope, that's perfect.
Right there.
Yeah.
See that? A little bee larva.
Yep.
So that's brood, but if you'll notice, so I don't know if you can see in there, but in that top right corner, so all the brood's in the center, but all in this top corner here.
It doesn't shine as well in the lens, but it's all up and there's honey.
Yeah, there's a bunch of honey in there.
And I haven't seen any hive beetles.
I have not seen but the single one when I first opened the hive, and he was by the trap, so. All right, so I don't want to disturb their two most inner frames right now, unless we're trying to find the queen, which, I mean, we kind of would like to, but
We're not just gonna keep
I don't want to, yeah.
somebody abandoned ship.
Yeah, I don't want to keep messing with their box because it's not super warm out. It's spring still, so the longer we leave this open, the more we're disturbing their kind of
Warmth and
contentedness and all that stuff. So I don't want to stress them out too much, especially during peak reproduction season. They're building up their hive strength right now, so I don't want to mess with that too awfully much.
yeah, they're starting to get agitated.
They're starting to get a little agitated. They're flying around, so we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Can you smoke right here so I can start pushing everything together? Mostly in the sides. Thank y'all. Slowly push the frames together. Don't want to accidentally squish anybody.
And this here, we can put simple syrup in there during the winter, and that's how they pretty much stay alive. Not much.
Oh, you're spilling oil.
Come on, every time.
So I'm gonna put this one now that it's trapped a bunch of beetles on this side.
So I counted how many?
6 or 7. Yeah, and the way these hive beetle traps are supposed to work, obviously the oil traps them and kills them, but they come in from the top because usually the hive beetles like to try to come up in this top portion, the lid. It's called something else. It's not called a lid. I can't remember right now, but it's essentially a lid. And they like to try to come up, and so they'll crawl across the tops of these frames and get into the lid because that's the best little hiding spots for them.
Excuse you.
So you put these little guys down on top, and they crawl. And I put some essential oils in here of natural flavors that they like, and so they come in and they fall down into the holes and get trapped in the oil and die. And that's so far it seems to be working because I didn't see any hive beetles on this frame or this frame. But the good news is I don't think we need to feed them simple syrup anymore. I'm seeing enough bees flying in with pollen. They're collecting their own stuff, and you don't want to feed them too much because then they become like lazy. They become lazy bees. They just sit around and drink the syrup, and they don't want to go out and forage.
And they get fat.
And then yeah, so not what you want. So we're probably done feeding them syrup for the year,
Yeah.
or for the season anyway. We will seal it up. There we go. And our hive inspection, just like that, is done for the day. We'll leave them be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had fun.